To y'all. Hope you're enjoying this holiday weekend, and how could you not with just unbelievable weather like this? We think about all those Thanksgiving Day football games that we used to play as kids out in the mud and the rain. Temperatures near 70 here in the Smoky Mountains today, and it's going to be a great day for football. We expect to see great offense as well because of what these quarterbacks have done. For Kentucky, Randy Sanders, the former Tennessee offensive coordinator, in his first year as quarterbacks coach at Kentucky, look at the job he's done with Andre Woodson. 27 TDs and just 7 interceptions. And David Cutcliffe back as the offensive coordinator at Tennessee. What an impact he's had on Eric Ainge. You look at those numbers, he's completely turned things around from a year ago. And these two quarterbacks both having outstanding seasons. Now, this weekend of SEC football actually got underway yesterday afternoon in Little Rock with the annual Battle for the Boot. Beautiful day here in the Smoky Mountains. Temperatures nearing 70 degrees. Folks are getting down to their shirt sleeves. Man, what a day as the folks have come across the border from Kentucky. And of course, the Volunteers have turned out today as well. Over 100,000 here at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville to see Kentucky take on Tennessee. And you know, in order for a team to get over the hump, you've got to have guys that can do a lot of different things on both sides of the football. Of course, the Steelers had that, and a guy named Cordell Stewart. Georgia had that, and a guy named Hines Ward, who also happens to be with the Steelers. And the Kentucky Wildcats have got a guy who can do multiple things as well. And as Dave Rowe tells us, that's the subject of today's Nissan Coach's Corner. College football, and these fans in the Volunteer Nation love their players. As you take a look at a young man who has done some incredible things for the Kentucky Wildcats, Terry Clayton. He's a junior out of Olmsted, Kentucky. He's not only a young man that has overcome big odds on the field here today between the Cats and the Tennessee Vols. It's been one of those situations where Kentucky has given up some points. They've given up some big yardage at times on defense. But you know what? What they've done is they've been able to create turnovers. Last year, they were minus 10 in the turnover department at this point in time. This year, they are plus 12 in turnovers. And let's go ahead, Lance, and let's go ahead and talk about Terry Clayton some more. He is a young man who has been an inspiration to his teammates. He's a young man who has been an inspiration to a lot of folks who could never dream of stepping on the football field. Who has just had an incredible career. He's going to do incredible things in life. You know that's going to happen, and our best to him. We're coming back with more from here at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville right after this. Piled into Neyland Stadium, part of the Orange Nation right there. Wow. That'll show you what being inside all weekend will have you do. Wow, they're ready to go. Wonder if that ever happened at Gary Clem's house. Dave Baker back here with you on Cooper Tires SEC football today. What fans are into it here in Knoxville, and a good contingent of Kentucky fans down from the Commonwealth as well for this regular season finale. Of course, it's the regular season finale, and 1 week from today, it's the SEC championship game in Atlanta, and we're going to get you ready for it. And of course, what we're going to do as well is we want you to know that the Southern Sports Awards, you can nominate your favorites in a whole host of annual Southern Sports Awards, airs this December. Check the local listings for the show and time in your area. And what we have seen so far in this 2006 season has been an incredible show by the players in the Southeastern Conference. So without further ado, let's take a look at the plays of the year. some great players making great plays all throughout the season here in the Southeastern Conference, and we are so appreciative that you Knoxville, the regular season finale, and of course the real passion that exudes for Tennessee football be on display here just shortly. Senior Day activities, 20 seniors running through the tee for the last time. They had their Senior Day activities earlier this week as they made their last tackle. And there you see some of those seniors in the tunnel waiting to come out, anxiously waiting to come out for the last time. It is an incredible ride that they have been through, and a crowd of better than 104,000 will be here to give them a rousing send-off. They hope it'll be a send-off that will end with the victory over the Kentucky Wildcats, but those bowl-eligible Cats have got other ideas. We expect a good one, and we're back with more of our preview of the Cats and Vols right after this.
Coop Ball Today has been brought to you by Cooper Tires, proud to be the official tire of the Southeastern Conference. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing.
One of the great traditions in Tennessee football, the Vol Walk, and there you see Corey Anderson running through the tee for the last time, one of 20 Tennessee seniors, all being greeted by head coach Philip Fulmer in a rousing ovation here as the Pride of the Southland band makes that tee here at Tennessee. And it is quite a send-off for these seniors here in Knoxville. And you know what? It's been quite a season for us, and each and every week we're able to come to you and bring you Southeastern Conference football. You know what? People ask us all the time, man, how do you get a job like that? It's not a job. It is a distinct pleasure and honor, one that we take seriously. And as you take a look at those Tennessee seniors coming out, take a look at all those names. We talk about teams each and every week, and it takes a big team here at Lincoln Financial Sports to make it happen for you each and every week, and we appreciate oh so much you inviting us into your homes. Hope you do it one more time for 3 more hours, because we've got a good one here for you. Yeah, the Tennessee Vols have won 21 in a row over the Cats. Boy, these have been some incredibly close games. Place is packed today, the weather is perfect, and both teams with a lot to play for. It's been a while since both of these teams have been trying to improve their bowl position. That's what the Vols hope to do today, as well as the Kentucky Wildcats, who have already rung up 7 wins on this season and gotten themselves bowl eligible. For Philip Fulmer and the Vols, they're still thinking of playing on New Year's Day, and they know that that could happen with a win today. In any event, it should be a good one, a beautiful afternoon, and great football is headed your way. For our producer, Lance Stewart, and all those folks who helped make this possible, I'm Dave Baker. Thanks for being with us here on Cooper Tires SEC Football Today. Dave Neal and Dave Rowe are standing by with kickoff next here on Lincoln Financial Sports.
Those pigskin junkies of the SEC. Get up, get on your feet, let's rock, let's roll. Get her done, get it on, tee it up, let's go. Got them Tigers, Vols, Tide, Hogs, Gators, and Dogs. Let's play some football.
Leave it all out there, leave it all out here on the ground tonight.
It's Tennessee
And Kentucky.
Go Cats.
SEC football, Lincoln Financial Sports.
For the final time of the 2006 campaign, the Big Orange make their way to one of the biggest stadiums in America. It is the Vol Walk, and it is Senior Day here in Knoxville, Tennessee at Neyland Stadium as the Tennessee Volunteers get set to play host to the Kentucky Wildcats in our All-Tell Game of the Week. 2 teams that certainly have bowl aspirations on their mind. Kentucky at 7-4, the Volunteers at 8-3. And hello again, everybody. I'm Dave Neal. Thanks for being with us on what is an absolutely gorgeous afternoon on the foothills of the Smoky Mountains. This Tennessee football team certainly has made tremendous strides from a year ago. They finished up last year just 5-6, already 8 wins. Now it's just a matter of where they're going bowling. Kentucky, even bigger improvements than this Tennessee team. Here's a club that comes in here with 7 wins. They have a chance to do something they haven't done very often, and that is finish second in the Southeastern Conference if they can win here today. They have 2 SEC titles. They have 2 second-place finishes since the league was formed in 1933. A win today over Tennessee gives them their 3rd ever second-place finish. That would be an amazing feat, but the Tennessee Volunteers will have, I would say, a little to say about that. Joining me, my partner once again, Dave Rowe. And Dave, both these clubs made huge strides here in 2006, and you got to pinpoint the quarterback play, because for both of them, without the good quarterback play, they wouldn't be here.
Oh, absolutely, Dave. For Kentucky, we always knew that Andre Woodson was a great athlete, but now he's a great quarterback, and he's a great quarterback for 2 reasons. He's much more disciplined, and he's making great decisions, as evidenced by the last 3 games. He's thrown over 1,000 yards passing. And Eric Ainge, that's an echo, the same thing. What a difference a year has made. He, too, has been a great athlete always, but now he's making great mechanics. He has great mechanics. He makes great decisions, and he just oozes confidence.
Well, let's take a look at the big fellas' Toyota keys to the game this afternoon.
Well, Kentucky has found a way to win the last 4 weeks, but it hasn't been on defense, Dave. This is a young defensive unit. They need to grow up, forget about last few weeks, and play with the enthusiasm that their defensive coordinator, Mike Archer, plays with. And for Tennessee, it's no passing fancy. Tennessee has won all year long on the arm of Eric Ainge, the receiving of Robert Meacham. Ainge has thrown for over 250 yards in 8 of their 11 games, and Meacham has over 1,000 yards receiving. Just keep doing what you're doing, Dave.
All right, big fella, number 19, Tennessee at Kentucky, the 102nd meeting between these 2 clubs. It goes back to 1893. Last week, we featured a couple of really good receivers in Tennessee and Vandy. I think, Dave Baker, we've got a similar story today.
Yeah, Dave, you really do. You talked about the quarterbacks, and it's going to be a key. The quarterbacks can get the ball, but what about the guys that have been catching it this year? For Kentucky, Keenan Burton is finally healthy. He's number 4 in the SEC in receiving yards. Dickie Lyons got off to that fast start with all those touchdown passes early and took the pressure off Burton. On the other side, Robert Meacham only needs 22 yards to set the single-season record for Tennessee receiving. And then Jason Swain, he's dropped some weight as well. He's been much more productive. Tennessee defensive coordinator John Chavis said, hey, with these great receivers, there are going to be some jump balls, and it's whoever wins the most of them that'll make the difference today.
Thank you, Buzz. You saw the conditions here. Absolutely marvelous. Tennessee won the toss. They defer. Kentucky will receive. James Wilhoit's kick will skip through the end zone, and UK will take over at the 20. Take a look at our Chevy starting lineups for the start today at right guard. He is a really solid offensive lineman. That's good news also for Kentucky fans. So Woodson under center. Handoff goes up the middle. That'll go to Raphael Little, the junior out of Anderson, South Carolina. We'll get a couple on the play. Andre Woodson has just been marvelous. I think he throws one of the prettier deep balls that you will see.
It was last year, Dave. This is a totally new quarterback.
He will step back into the shotgun on a 2nd down, and we'll say 8, 7.5. 4 receiver set, 3 to the near side. Woodson looking near side. Pass is caught by Curtis Pulley. Pulley to the 30. He will pick up the 1st down. The run out of McCoy will get the start at 1 linebacker spot, and that secondary has been awesome this year for Tennessee. 16 INTs this season for Tennessee. Little will get out to the 35-yard line. We'll give him 3 on the carry.
And Dave, it's interesting to see what Kentucky started off with. They came out, they're starting with a hard set. All of a sudden, then they're making an audible on the line. So it's kind of like a check with me once they determine what the defense is.
And there is Randy Sanders, the former offensive coordinator at Tennessee just a year ago. 22 years as a volunteer, his first season at Kentucky. Woodson going up top, looking for his man. Pass is incomplete, looking for Dickie Lyons down about the 25-yard line. Randy Sanders has worked wonders with Andre Woodson this year.
Well, this is a good pattern. It's a post pattern right in the center. Now watch this stretch. This is a beautifully thrown ball. I don't know how he didn't come down with that. He had a shot at it. He had beaten Mitchell was the middle linebacker on it. Morley was the other coverage. And look at this, right on the fingertips. He dropped it.
That will bring up a 3rd down. And we'll call it 7.
This is a possession down. You're just trying to make first down. Look for the little curls across the middle underneath throws.
Pressure comes. Woodson goes down at the 25-yard line. Demonte Bolden with his first sack of the year.
Boy, you talk about beating the center. Man, this is what you call beating the center. When you're in this fast, look at this, right in the middle. Nobody touches him. Had to be a blocking assignment miss there. McCutcheon is there, right there. That's Bolden. Now watch this. Nobody touches him. McCutcheon comes out quick on him, but he's not fast enough to get out there.
Looked to me like McCutcheon turned around and was yelling at maybe Trey Williams that you got to at least get a shoulder.
Yeah, you got to slow him down. When you shed blockers, you got to at least bounce them.
Nearly blocked end over end punt by Tim Mastay. Good Kentucky bounce inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. And there's a flag back at the 27-yard line. Our referee today, Steve Shaw.
The Alltel SEC Game of the Week is being brought to you by Alltel, by Regions Bank, by Hummer, by Sonic Drive-In, by Bell South, and by Advance Auto Parts.
The Vol Walk, part of the tradition and pageantry of Tennessee football here at Neyland Stadium. Once again, over 100,000 on hand. Tennessee with their first possession of the first quarter after Kentucky picked up a first down, but then had to punt it away. And they will start at the 24-yard line. The Tennessee offense that averages 30.5 points per game, 3rd best in the SEC, 22nd best in the country. A far cry from the 19 points they averaged a year ago. Handoff left side, LaMarcus Coker will get it out to the 29-yard line. Let's take a look at that Chevy offense that has produced those 30 points a game. And Jason Swain, the senior, out of Huntsville, Alabama, with the SEC team. And Eric Ainge, under center, having a marvelous junior season. Out over the 35 goes Coker, brought down by Wesley Woodyard. That'll be a first down. But Eric Ainge, 16-5 as a starter, completing 68% of his passes. Missed about 7 quarters of football with an ankle sprain. But Dave Rowe, his game has been pretty flawless this year.
I'll tell you, I think that is even nothing like what we saw last year. When I say he oozes confidence, he's confident back in the pile. He looks back down out of the huddle, finds his wide receivers, and he just has so much confidence in what he's doing.
All day to throw. Overthrows the intended receiver, Robert Meacham. Javard Lindley on the coverage. Our Chevy Kentucky D has fun, and it's just a competitor. Pretty good compliment from a guy like David Cutcliffe.
You better believe it.
5 receivers set out of the shotgun. Ainge once again, time to throw. Pocket caves in on him. Pass is caught out over the 45. That'll be close to a first down. Ainge got hit right as he threw it.
Dominic Lewis, number 20, is going to spear him right in the chest. Took an inside, little move. Look at this. Just as Ainge threw it, he speared him right in the chest. They've got to get pressure on Ainge. But how about Eric Ainge sitting back in that pocket, using that arm, staying up high, and finding his tight end Chris Brown on a little crossing pattern?
That's 22 catches now for Chris Brown. Let's check in with Dave Baker.
You know, Dave, as good as Eric Ainge looked last week, David Cutcliffe said it only takes 1 hit on that right ankle to affect things. And that time, even though he completed a pass, Eric Ainge was very slow to get up. And you can see him favoring that right ankle just a little bit. He's trying to walk it off right now, but you see a little hitch in that giddy up, and that'll be something to watch out for as this game progresses.
You know, it was really interesting yesterday. He showed us he wears these, I guess you call them orthopedic inner soles in his shoes. He said, my feet are all broken down from playing basketball, and that's why he wears the special shoes.
5-step drop, so a swing pass out to the far side. Coker will get about 4 on the play.
Well, you know, you talked about Wesley Woodyard, number 16. You talk about somebody that can run the field. He's just...
The junior out of LaGrange, Georgia. LaGrange, a hotbed of football talent. Coker inside the Kentucky 45, down to the 44-yard line.
And Dave, one of the concerns for Mike Archer, the defense coordinator for Kentucky, is to get penetration because his guys don't weigh what the front line does of Tennessee.
Couple of tight ends on 3rd and short. They'll do a little play action, and they'll hit David Holbert, the fullback, who will pick up the first down at the 39 of Kentucky. Trevard Lindley runs him out of bounds.
You know, it's interesting talking yesterday with Eric Ainge about that leg, and I said, did you feel it last week? He said there were a couple times where I felt like I tweaked it just a little bit. I'm wondering, because he looked really nice on that rollout. You see those special shoes. It's not that he's trying to make a statement. They're just very comfortable, and he's worn them years ago.
This drive started back at the 24-yard line. It's now 1st down and 10. Methodical looking drive for the Vols. Going up top. Ames overthrows Robert Meacham. Trevard Lindley. Now Lindley's going to see a lot of Robert Meacham today. Mike Archer has basically said, Trevard, your job, slow down number 3 and good luck.
Yeah, it's kind of like sick him. Just sick him. You just stay with him.
So our Hummer scoreboard, keep you updated on what's going on around the SEC and the ACC. Clemson up early on South Carolina, 14-7 in that game. Clemson, quick swing pass. LaMarcus Coker inside the 30, down to the 22-yard line. Good block on the outside. Marcus McClinton finally brings him down.
Boy, and Aaron Sears, 76. You saw him there. Watch the block he gets. He's going out in the flat. Look at this block right there. Man, I mean, that's a big move right there, and a good receiver block downfield. Again, 2 good blocks on. There's the receiver block downfield. That may be Swain, I think it is. Number 1. He got a good block, but how about Sears? 320, and he's out there catching the corner.
Montario Hardesty checks in at tailback now for Tennessee. A hole off the left side. Hardesty to the 10. Powers his way down to the 7-yard line. Hardesty, the freshman out of New Bern, North Carolina, averaging 3.7 yards a carry. Picks up 15 on that.
Well, I can tell you this, if it's Kentucky, if they don't get a little bit more aggressive on defense, especially their front 7, they're catching right now. You can't catch. You got to deliver a blow. You got to slide through. That's what Mike Archer said. We've got to get in those gaps. We've got to move. We're outsized, but they can't be out intensified. You got to get out there and play with emotion.
Couple of tight ends. I formation. Hardesty now goes in motion. Just throw it out of the back of the end zone. That'll bring up 2nd down. Inside the red zone, Tennessee and Philip Fulmer's club, 3 touchdowns and 6 possessions, but they were perfect overall in terms of scoring against Vanderbilt. And that red zone look powered by Honda Generators for the ultimate tailgating experience. 2nd down and goal. Tennessee with a 5-receiver set. They will spread the field, 4-man front by Kentucky. It's a 4-man rush. Over the middle, pass is dropped by Meacham. It was right behind him. Ainge kicking himself. That could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Did you see Ainge's head go down? He had him wide open. A little crossing pattern from left to right. You see him flash in there? That ball's thrown behind him. And Eric Ainge, he doesn't look as sharp as he looked last week. Now, he's a good quarterback, but you see when a quarterback puts his hands up on those hips, he's going, golly, I wish I had that one back over again.
Meacham, though, as good as he is, could have probably caught that ball.
He's caught a lot of them like that. You're right.
Now it's 3rd down and goal. They'll go with a 5-receiver set once again. Looks like pressure coming from the Big Blue.
I think I'd bring pressure from the outside edge.
Here it comes. Ainge has to get it away. Incomplete.
And Woodyard came on the outside edge. They brought from both edges, brought pressure.
Here comes James Wilhoit, one of the best in the country, 16 out of 19. 3rd all-time leading scorer here at Tennessee, a 24-yard field goal. Wilhoit, 10 out of 10 this year, inside 40 yards. He was perfect 4 out of 4 against Vandy last weekend. And the kick hits the upright and bounces through. And Philip Fulmer doesn't seem to be too happy. I'm sure he'll take the 3 points. A nice drive for Tennessee. They lead it here in the 1st quarter. Back after a word from your local stations. Barely.
Oh, yeah. Watch Curtis Pulley, number 15. Look at him. Watch him go right through. Split him. He steps right up, and he probably should have had that. If he had put up his left hand, I wonder if he would have blocked that. Hit the upright, came bouncing back in, but Pulley was right there, Dave.
He had a block kick, point after against Florida earlier this year. Has 3 block kicks in his career. Wilhoit will send it deep into the end zone. Keenan Burton will take a knee there. Well, fans, time to pick a winner in the Aaron Superfan contest. Kentucky, their 2nd possession, they picked up a 1st down, but then had to punt. What kind of offense do we need to see from UK?
Well, I think first of all they have to do, that screen pass has been so effective for them. They've run 50 screens in the last 4 ball games. That's been very effective. The underneath throws. Let Woodson just stand back there, find somebody open, and hit him. There you go.
Dickey Lyons makes the catch at the 35, a gain of 15. That'll be a 1st down. Demetrius Morley will get credit for the tackle.
Well, it's a big play right there. Here comes an audible.
Woodson pump fakes, goes up top, looking for Burton. It'll be incomplete, and a flag comes down on the far side of the field.
Holding, number 29 on the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
And we need to clarify this for you. Health problems since early in the season on a big hit he took. So he gave up his normal number to wear 29 in honor of Inky.
Well, and I'll tell you, that's a special tribute. That's how much Johnson meant to them.
Here's Raphael Little trying to get that corner. Can't do it. Demetrius Morley came over to make that play. Little trying to get back to 100%. He had arthroscopic surgery.
A little bit late, but they're glad to see it, especially for a game of this magnitude.
He's had back-to-back games with 200-plus all-purpose yards. Quick pass to the far side. Steve Johnson with the reception.
It's too much on that cushion.
Quick no-huddle offense by Kentucky. Woodson rolls and fires incomplete, looking for Lyons. Time now for our Alltel Trivia Challenge question, and later in the 2nd half.
Interesting, Tennessee going to a 30 defense. 3 down linemen, 4 backers.
They'll rush 4. All day to throw for Woodson. Pass is caught. Nice catch by Burton. They'll spot 67 grabs this year for the junior out of Louisville, Kentucky. He's done that a lot this year.
Yes. Big down here.
3rd and a long 3. Woodson will throw again. This time, the man who has 67 grabs drops one. A rarity. Coverage by Jonathan Wade.
Boy, and this is tweener distance right here. 3rd down and 3. You don't want to give the ball up, and you see Rich Brooks starting to talk about it, Dave. Here we go, out to the flat. He just doesn't look it in. That ball hits him right in the hands. He just doesn't look it in, Dave. That's something that you don't see. I mean, you make a great catch like you just made, and then you drop one.
Well, Kentucky's going to go for it. They're kind of in no man's land. Lona Sieber, the freshman out of Knoxville, Tennessee. I saw him hitting field goals from 49 in Warmos today, but they're going to go for it. Woodson nearly stumbled. Looking for the end zone. Passes knocked down at the 2-yard line. Looking for Keenan Burton coverage by Demetrius Morley.
Boy, this is great safety coverage. This is reading the play. Burton is on the go pattern on the outside, and Morley is going to come along here. He fakes out Wade. Now watch Morley come in here. What a recovery there by the safety, Morley. He's reading the quarterback, and look at this.
Oh, and falling down.
Yeah. Oh, man, great concentration, because Jonathan Wade was beaten.
3-0 back to Knoxville after this.
Tailgating.
Come to Knoxville in late November. It's about 45 degrees, maybe a little drizzle in the air. Not today, folks. It is absolutely gorgeous on a senior day. Tennessee, by the way, 44-5 here at Neyland Stadium since 1985 in the month of November. Steve Shaw. Paul
Yeah.
Navy might be rather large this afternoon. Here's Coker, a little stutter step, lets the hole develop, and he will pick up almost 10 yards on the carry. Marcus McClinton will get credit for the tackle, but a nice job by LaMarcus Coker.
Two things. You've got to control the line of scrimmage, and you're going to see the orange coming off controlling line of scrimmage, blowing them back right there. Look at the size of that hole open up. And you can't play around blocks. You've got to play across the face. When you start playing around blocks, see everybody locked up there. Everybody's locked up straining. That's why this defense that Mike Archer was telling us about, you've got to get in the gaps. Got to get penetration. If not, boy, that was a hit.
That hole closed up in a hurry. Wesley Woodyard and Braxton Kelly, the two linebackers out of LaGrange, Georgia, really put a hurting on Coker.
Boom. Oh man, that is a big hit. Now watch Woodyard come across here. Slide. Boy, that was a stick. Now that's one of those tone setters that you just hope can kind of like get your defense juiced up and ready to go. And we see Coker is down. He took quite a stick there, Dave.
Just hope Coker just had his bell rung, and let's hope he gets back on the football field this afternoon.
Oh yeah, boy, just a freshman, and what a week he had last week. That one run he had last week was an incredible run. He just got stung.
He had 126 yards on 10 carries versus Vanderbilt last week. Arian Foster will check in at tailback, his first action this afternoon. Ainge going deep, far side, passes caught, and Meacham will get credit for the reception down at the 13-yard line. Lindley with great coverage, but Meacham just came back to the ball.
Yeah, he did. He had great coverage on him, but what Meacham did is just made a great adjustment, and he's looking back into a bright sun. Here's pressure on him. You see right there Ainge looking downfield, and Ainge got dumped over. Now watch this adjustment. There's that little stutter step. Now right here, he's covered. He makes that stutter step, and look where his feet are. I mean, right on the line. I'm wondering whether he had that foot in bounds. Evidently, he did.
Tennessee runs a quick play, so there will be no review from up top. And a loss on the play of about 5 yards. Marcus McClinton comes in to make the tackle. Let's go check in with Dave Baker.
Boy, Rob, or Dave, I know it's tough because they don't have replay up there in the booth like they do in the NFL, but that happened right in front of him. You can still see the mark where he tried to plant that front heel, and from just with my naked eye, it looked like the back heel of Meacham was squarely on the line when he caught that football.
Well, I was looking at his left foot, Buzz, as we looked at the replay, and when he caught the ball, he might have had that left foot down when he got control of it.
Well, nothing we can do about it now.
No way. Our man Buzz right there.
Ainge throws it, touchdown, and I think he was trying to throw it away. And he gets 6 points out of it, a 15-yard touchdown strike to Robert Meacham. Pressure came from McClinton, but not in time.
Boy, and what Ainge did on that pass was, you're right, I think he was throwing it out of bounds too, because he never saw the tail end of it. He's throwing off his back foot. He just throws it up. McClinton, just great pressure on. Look at this. Throw it up and just hope. And look at this. It's a perfect pass. 1 foot in bounds, 1 out of bounds. Perfect. Boy, I'd rather be lucky than good, Dave. Wow.
And here comes Will Hoyt for the point after it is up. And it is good. I would love to find out after the game if Ainge was throwing that away, or if maybe he and Meacham just have something that you just can't coach. A connection between quarterback and receiver. That is the 11th touchdown catch for Robert Meacham this season.
I'm sure if you ask Eric Ainge, you turn around and say, sure, I threw it there. But how about Robert Meacham? What great concentration to look that ball in. Never quit on the pattern.
10-0 Tennessee out in front. Robert Meacham, 8 games with 5 or more receptions this season, 61 total coming into today's game, and his career has really evolved. 383 yards a year ago, 1,149 coming into today. The junior from Tulsa, a lot of people speculating whether or not he will stay or if he will go, but regardless, he has been a treat to watch this season.
Well, watch this play right here. There is a 3 on the bottom. And look at this. He never quits on the play. Great concentration. Foot's down right there. You see that foot down. And he never gave up on the pattern. Saw his quarterback was in trouble. Just kept on running, looking back for the football. Excellent concentration.
Let's go check in with Dave Baker. Buzz?
You know, Dave, Robert Meacham, one of those guys that does whatever it takes to stay on the field. We got to the complex early yesterday. He was getting his ankle massage, which he does twice a week, and he and Jason Swain were roommates. They decided they wanted to lose some weight. Meacham said it was Swain who was always guarding the refrigerator at midnight to make sure that Meacham wasn't coming there and getting something he shouldn't. Said he had to cut out the carbs.
Yeah, we all should cut out the carbs. Keenan Burton will pick it up at the 8-yard line. Burton looking for some running room. Flag comes down way away from the play.
Yeah, I saw that block in the back from way off.
And that's what he's told his officials. And, Dave, I understand that's what he does in his country club in Atlanta, too. Keeps hustling.
Yeah, he hustles a lot of the members, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And he is, here's Steve Shaw.
Before the snap, offsides, number 90 on the defense, contact, 5-yard penalty.
It's his first season. Philip Fulmer reprimanded by the commissioner this week for some comments about the officiating.
Comes another audible on the line.
Raphael Little out to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down. I don't know. It'd be very close to the 1st down. If it's 2nd down, it's a good play call down. 2nd and short. Let's check in with Dave Baker as we look at LaMarcus Coker.
You know, Dave, it's unbelievable. He's up here running on the sidelines, trying to get himself back in there. I mean, Sterling Marlin, a great NASCAR vet, is down here, and you want to talk about somebody hitting the wall in turn 2. I didn't think Coker could ever get back in this race, but, I mean, he just kind of shaking it off.
I've had a few of them. Once you find out what the score is and where you are, you can get back in there.
Woodson will throw near side. Plenty of cushion for DeMario Ford. Another one of those LaGrange products. There is Sterling Marlin right there. Had a chance to witness that last play up close and personal.
Well, I want to tell you, 20 Morley makes a great play on this. Watch him break down right on the right of your screen. See him break down? That's perfect. When you break down, you don't go for that little head fake. You play right in the center square, look him in the numbers, make the tackle.
2nd down and 4. Kentucky's doing a nice job on 1st down, putting themselves in 2nd and rather short situations. Going to toss sweep near side. Raphael Little will have the 1st down at the 30-yard line. This offense has really exploded. Scoring about 28 points a game, 5th in the SEC. Little reverse. David Jones trying to dance his way around. Picks up maybe a yard or 2. Tennessee read it well. Xavier Mitchell and Rico McCoy will get credit for the tackle.
And Dave, one of the things about this Tennessee defense is that they are very schooled. You see how they play backside containment. You see number 90, that's Turk McBride on the backside containment. He's the defensive tackle. He plays his play well, and they got so much speed. We do have a couple players that got up slow there.
Defensive coordinator.
Boy, and what a scheme he had last week against Vanderbilt to shut down Earl Bennett.
Only guy that's really done it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a marvelous scheme. Let him catch it underneath, just come up and pound him, didn't let him get downfield, and they shut him down.
Right. Linebacker depth is a question today. Is Gerard Mayo not playing today? He is out with a knee injury. That'll do it for the end of the first quarter of play. Tennessee with a field goal and a touchdown pass. Lead it on Senior Day here at Neyland Stadium. 10-0 over the Wildcats. Tennessee. We'll wait till after this play and get an update from Dave Baker on our injury situation for Tennessee. Second down. We'll call it 7. Handoff to Little. Gets a couple on the play. That'll bring up third down at about 5. Let's check in with Dave Baker.
Marvin Mitchell back in, Dave. He's been fighting off a stinger in that right shoulder all year long. And it's like when we talked to Philip Fulmer yesterday, you know, they haven't had a lot of injuries, but they've had injuries to the wrong people, you know, people in key areas getting hurt. And he talked about that injury to Justin Harrell on defense. But John Chavis believed that the injury to Inky Johnson was more critical because it had caused them to have to shuffle some people around in an already very young secondary.
Yeah, they also missed Roshan Fellows as well. So, I mean, it has been some key ingredients have gone down. Third down over the middle. Passes caught by Jacob Tammy, the tight end, out to about the 47-yard line. Ryan at our Lincoln Financial first quarter statistics. Tennessee with a couple of nice drives. They have thrown for 81 yards as Eric Ainge is 6 out of 11. But Kentucky hasn't exactly been 3 and out. I mean, they've picked up some first downs.
They picked up a few first downs, and that's got to help them. A little confidence.
Woodson fires far side. Burton makes the catch. That's another first down out at the 39-yard line. Antoine Stewart on that coverage, a gain of 13. Keenan Burton has 4 straight games with multiple touchdown receptions, which is a new Kentucky record. He has been a touchdown machine. He has 12 this season. I'd love to add to that total this afternoon. Here's Little off the left side. Breaks a tackle and falls forward to the 31-yard line. Wes Brown, the freshman out of Athens, Alabama, will get credit for that tackle. 7 on the game.
And the offensive coordinators, he's working well against this Tennessee defense.
It's weird seeing him
isn't it?
Wearing that Kentucky hat on the sidelines. Pass is caught at the 22-yard line. Mario Ford.
That's what Kentucky has done and had a lot of success with.
Here's a little option pitch. Little. Lost the football. And Kentucky will retain possession. Keenan Burton was right there. I think he's the man who came up with the fumble. Well, that just squirted out of the arms of Raphael Little at the last minute. I think Xavier Mitchell might have forced that out of there.
Well, I wondered if Little was trying to reach up there. You see the way the ball, no, it comes clear when it got hit. I thought he was trying to reach out with the ball, trying to get that extra yard. But no, but heads up play right there. Get down on it quick.
So gave him a couple extra yards when it was all said and done. This Kentucky team plus 12 in the turnover department. That is first in the league, 7th in the country. Woodson has time, fires, pass is caught by Burton, but he'll be just about a half a yard shy of the first down. Red zone look powered by Honda Generators for the ultimate tailgating experience.
Got a good matchup up the top, Dave. Look at that matchup right up top there. Nope, they run it inside.
Just trying to get that first down on third and about a half a yard. And I think the spot will be good enough for a first and goal situation.
Goes back again, you see him.
Look at the first downs for Kentucky and Tennessee. We expected these two clubs to move the football, and that's exactly what is happening.
Got man coverage at the top.
Woodson looking in the end zone. Off the fingertips of Ford. It'll fall incomplete. Jonathan Wade was over there in coverage.
Well, I was looking across the field at Burton. He was waving, but they came over here to Ford. He saw one-on-one coverage on the outside. Good play right there. Take it away from him inside, but this was really close. Look how close that ball is there. I thought Woodson thought he had it there for a second. Look at Woodson. Oh, man, he thought he had it. But he had single coverage to top and bottom. He's got the same thing again. Now, does he go up to Burton at the top of the screen?
Second down and goal from the 9. He'll delay handoff. Raphael Little inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal from the 3.
I just don't think you're going to run it in against this team.
They'll give it a shot. And Tennessee stuffs it.
Yeah. I'd rather take my chances passing the ball, especially when I've got a mobile quarterback who can run out. This just gets stuffed. He gets tripped up right there, but you'll see the backer was right there in his face. I think that was Wilson that was right there in his face, just slid right over, right in his nose.
So Kentucky won't take any chances here. They will, or so it appears, as Lona Sieber will check in from 21 yards away.
You don't want to drive this far and not come away with some points.
Ball's kicked.
The snap was good and the kick was good. So Kentucky's been moving the football. They needed some points and they got them. But Tennessee still leads by a touchdown. Here in the second quarter, it's Phil, Tennessee. Dave Rowe, Dave Baker, and me, Dave Neal. Glad you could be with us today. 10-3 our score. Second quarter football with 10:04 to go.
A receiver like Burton who can get open.
Right. Give him a shot.
Yeah.
Here at the 10-yard line, it's Arian Foster backpedaling, trying to get away. Can't do it.
Wow. That is not good. That's no man's land.
David, good break.
Talk about a good, as you say, a good bounce. Philip Fulmer doesn't like it. He's very, very cautious about ball control. You don't let that ball, it's called ball protection, ball control. Don't let that ball, especially down here. Imagine what this turnover would have been like. Look at that ball, bounces right up in there. Anthony Parker says, hey, I'm going to get a chance to run.
Big Anthony,
yeah.
6'3", 310 pounds. Just a sophomore. That'll go to Hardesty. That'll be close to the first down on second down and about 2. Let's see if they will give him the first down. Clemson now out in front by 7 over South Carolina. Florida putting it on Florida State. South Florida over West Virginia. And Rutgers pounding Syracuse at the break. Virginia Tech up 7 on Virginia, and North Carolina and Duke tied at 17.
And Dave, I'm seeing a little bit more intensity on Kentucky. They got those points on offense, and I see their defense is spurring it up a little bit now.
Ainge will throw it away. Points a game that's last in the league, 103rd in the country. Another big hit at the 22-yard line.
This is as hard-hitting a game as we've seen on both sides all year. There's some real licks being delivered.
Yeah, I see a lot more intensity, Buzz, especially by Kentucky right now. They got those points. All of a sudden, they're getting a bounce in that defense.
Ainge wide open on the far side. Pass is complete. I think that'll be a first down at the 34-yard line to Chris Brown, the tight end. Wesley Woodyard pushes him out of bounds, but not before a gain of 12.
Well, two things happened on that play. First, Ainge could just sit back there and look downfield. And then your tight end slides out here. You see the block right there. Now, they let him go right there. That's Chris Brown, number 28. You usually think about a linebacker in that, and you see 16 come over. That's Woodyard. Probably was his coverage on that play.
Four-man front by Kentucky on a first down and 10. Ainge, little toss sweep. The far side. That'll be Coker out to the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on that carry. Lamar Mills with a tackle.
And I want to tell you what the real test of a freshman is. You take somebody like Marcus Coker. He just got stuck early. We saw that ball. He went to the sideline, and now he's back in there playing. He's not taking any quarters. He's not sitting over there on the bench for 5-10 minutes. He said, hey, let me get right back in there and play. That's what you want a freshman to do. You play by example.
Team's leading rusher, 570 yards, averaging 7 yards a carry. Health has been his issue.
Here comes an audible.
Haynes lofts it up. Knocked away at the last moment. Looking for Josh Briscoe. Coverage by Trevard Lindley. Secondary at this point. They came in giving up 270 yards a game. That is dead last in college football Division I. That pass is caught at midfield, actually into Kentucky territory at the 49 by Brett Smith. Lindley on the coverage. That'll be a first down. Gain of, give him 11.
Well, 2 things happen on this play. Again, Ainge is sitting back there and he's picking him out, and then you just find a little seam. You're in that zone coverage. If you're a wide receiver, look at Ainge. See him sitting right back there? He finds his wide receiver inside that little seam, and you can do that in zone coverage because there's not a man running with him. Just a good look, and you got to love Ainge's size. He's so big.
Here's Coker off the left side. He's pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line by Roger Williams. He was oh so close to catching that corner.
When I talked to David Cutcliffe about LaMarcus Coker, I said, what's the thing that you like best about him? He said speed. When he gets the ball, he doesn't dance in the huddle. Good block downfield there, good block by the wide receiver, and then he just uses that speed to get to the outside. Got a great future ahead of him here.
I asked Coach Cutcliffe yesterday about it, as well as Philip Fulmer, about, do you want to have one guy be your main gun at tailback? And he says, no, we've done pretty good with the 2 tailback system.
Amen. Have they ever?
Haynes looking up top for Meacham, incomplete in the end zone. A flag comes down.
You know, I thought the defender had great position.
I did too.
I really did. I'm wondering whether if Lindley got up in the face, somebody got up in the face mask on him, because that looked like good coverage on the inside position. You see Rich Brooks saying, I think it's going against them. Let's see.
Pass interference, number 32 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Boy, Rich Brooks doesn't like it. Look at that. I think what he thought is what I saw, and it looked like Lindley had great inside position. Left side of your screen, it's going to be a go pattern. Well, he bumped him. There was a bump there.
He turned around to look for the football, Dave, and at that point, you know, he's a receiver.
Yeah, oh, I know. I thought he had great inside position, and Rich Brooks doesn't like it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Here's Ainge. He's rolling, and will step out of bounds. Not much happening on that play. Good coverage by that Kentucky secondary. A loss of 1. The ultimate tailgating experience.
Yeah, I asked Mike Archer, I said, what is it that you don't have on that defense? He said, we got to have that one guy in the huddle who makes everybody stand up and look.
Ainge trying to set up a little screen near side, batted out of there, looking for Hardesty. That was Jeremy Jarman, another one of those freshmen defensive linemen who made a nice play.
Yeah, this is fake to the strong side over there left. Now come back and it's going to be a little screen. Look at those hands up. Jarman just gets those hands up. That's what you got to do.
Let's check in with Dave Baker.
Hey, Dave, one thing Mike Archer told us was they've had trouble with that. Ainge not as mobile as those guys, though.
Looking near the end zone for Meacham. It's incomplete, out of bounds. Yeah, that has been the mobile quarterback that has just torched this Kentucky defense this year. Ainge, they're glad to see Ainge in one regard and not so glad in another. He's a guy, he's a pinpoint accurate thrower, but yet he becomes more of a target back there.
Well, automatically too, Dave, you talk about him being a pinpoint. He is a pinpoint passer. What Kentucky is doing is they're moving inside. They're trying to get pressure to move him around so he takes his eyes off the downfield receivers.
36-yard attempt for James Wilhoit. The senior's final game inside this huge building.
Ooh. And
that one is missed. Somebody got a piece of it, and it might have been Curtis Pooley. We will take another look, but a missed opportunity by Tennessee. We will check it out when we come back. Kentucky hanging tough on the road. Back after a word from your local stations. One block, that is until moments ago, as you look at Curtis Pooley, the quarterback / wide receiver and special teams standout, blocks the kick, and you see our referee back there saying blocked kick, and it's Curtis Pooley. That'll be his 4th block kick of his career. The young man is an unbelievable athlete.
Yeah, absolutely. Got great height.
So Kentucky will take over at the 20. Woodson going over the middle, looking for Lyons, and that'll be pass interference.
If that's not pass interference, I haven't seen it. Wow.
Nearly got him a blue helmet as a souvenir in the process.
Boy, oh boy. You cannot go through the receiver. And Morley just turned around saying, hey, wait a minute, I got the ball. Rich Brooks, he's looking up at the end zone camera.
Pass interference, number 20 on the defense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down for Kentucky.
See the contact right there. But Morley said, hey, I intercepted the ball.
Great interception, though.
Yeah, it really was. But again, watch Morley come in here, contact right there before the ball.
The crowd's booing, but I don't.
Can't boo on that. Look at Morley. He turns around and says, wait a minute, I intercepted it. But they said you intercepted it through the receiver.
Look at the penalties today. Tennessee, the second least penalized team in the conference. Here's Little out to the 40, churning to the 44-yard line. That'll be a yard shy of the first down. Once again, a 2nd and short. Kentucky to the line in a hurry. Here's Little dancing around. He's got some room. Little to the 30, to the 20, to the 15-yard line.
2 missed tackles on the play. That's what he did. Jonathan Wade and Hefney both miss him. Good decision right here. Inside. No, it's not there. Break to the outside. Watch, there's 1 missed tackle. And right there's another missed tackle. You can't miss tackles on somebody like Raphael Little. He's going to make you pay for it.
A 43-yard pickup. Little, 7.7 average today. Woodson trying to set up a screen to the tight end. Jacob Tamme got some blockers, but Tennessee fought through it. Tamme inside the 10. They'll spot it down around the 7.
There's John Chavis, the defense coordinator. I watched them through walkthrough yesterday, Dave. They went over every screen that was possible.
Woodson hands it off to Little. Not much happening. He got to about the 5-yard line. A gain of 2. That'll make it 3rd down at about 2 yards. Jonathan Hefney on the tackle.
Now, you don't fool him in this situation. You've got to get 2 yards. You're going to put that football down. You're going to get in there. You're going to talk to your offensive line. You're going to say, hey, it's Dave Rowe time. Big man on big man. Whoever wins this line of scrimmage is going to score or be held. That's it.
I was wondering when that was coming.
It's coming. Here it comes right now. Don't get fancy. Oh, Woodson saw something. Oh, he's going to pass.
Here's Little. That'll be a touchdown, Kentucky. He just snuck through the line of scrimmage. Nobody picked him up. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Woodson to Raphael Little.
Well, Little is a little guy at 5'10", about 185 pounds. And you're right. He just snuck through the line and then came out. Watch him. He's going to go through the line now. Just come right out into the flat. And look how wide open he is. Just kind of got lost. Watch number 22 through the line. Now, boop, get outside. Nobody was even close.
He is so quick. He just kind of slowed down, and then that quick second, third step, and he was
He's motoring.
He's got some great speed, but the point after is missed.
Wow.
Kentucky, it is feast or famine with their special teams.
Boy, those extra points, they come back to haunt you.
Lona Senior misses the extra point, but the Wildcats will take the 6. Woodson happy about it. His 28th touchdown pass of the season. Tennessee 10, Kentucky 9. On an absolutely wonderful day. Boy, if we could play football in this weather every day,
I thought I saw a cloud, but there aren't any.
Good looking drive by the Wildcats. They go 80 yards. Of course, the big play was the 43-yard run by Raphael Little, but the blocked field goal really gave Kentucky some life. Curtis Pulley got up to block the field goal.
Absolutely. That's really what gave them the momentum. Their offense responded after their defense had a great block.
Big collision as Lucas Taylor fumbles the football, and Kentucky's got it. And Taylor still down on the ground at the 20-yard line.
Dave, you can see the two gunners coming right side by side into him. One from one direction, one from the other direction. And I mean, they just speared him. Watch this. Two gunners. Bam, right in there. See how quickly he went down? Again, watch this. You see the gunners coming in there? Boy, that was a great hit in there. There's the fumble recovery in Tennessee. I mean, Kentucky has great field position.
Not only have the diagnostics gotten so much better, but these trainers and doctors understand so much more about what should be done and what shouldn't be done. You know, they take every precaution, and Taylor's moving down there, getting ready to get him up. And I'm telling you, I mean, I've talked about it again, but I mean, we've been in every big stadium in the South this season, and the hitting today, I haven't seen anything even come close to equaling the hitting that we have seen today. I mean, it has been a brutal battle out here this afternoon.
And you can just kind of sense it from the opening moment. These guys are playing at a high speed today, and you mix big players with great speed, and you're going to have collisions like we have seen. Coker has been hit twice today by big-time hits.
Yeah, you really have to protect that head hit from the side when it snaps that neck over, and trainers, as you said, Dave, Buzz, they do a great job. They really do. They do a great job. Stabilize him, make sure he's all right. If he can get up, yes.
By IKBI Incorporated, building vision, building relationships. For more info, go to IKBIinc.com. So Kentucky will take it. First down and 10, just inside the 20-yard line. Here's Woodson. Jacob Tammy makes the catch down at the 6-yard line. They line up in a slot to the right. He is, they call him just a slash. He can do a lot of things. We'll see if they look for him. First and goal. They'll go to Little up the middle inside the 5, spun down to about the 3-yard line by Robert Ayers.
One of the things I really like about Raphael Little is that he never stops his feet. When he got hit that time, he just kept those feet going, and he picked up 2-3 yards.
Up in the split back set on second down and goal. The power play off the left side. Little fighting for that goal line. I think he'll be stopped just shy at about the 2-foot line. And that'll bring up a third down and goal.
Boy, I thought when Little took that ball, I thought he was going to try to get wide. He saw that seam back inside. Watch this. You'll see Little. He's going to go wide. Whoop, there's that little seam. He saw it, put his head down. Tough guy in there. Robert Ayers in there. Right on the line.
Little closing in on 100 yards. In the last 35 games, Tennessee has only yielded 4 100-yard rushes to the opposition. That's pretty good stuff. Here's Little trying to break free, can't do it, lost a couple. Ryan Carl with his 5th tackle, the biggest of the game.
Boy, how about Ryan Carl? 39. He's 3 yards in the backfield. When Little tried to jump outside, watch 39, top of your screen. Look at this, good position. Comes in there, gets that foot, and he doesn't let go. Little tried to bounce it to the outside. Nobody there. Look at, you see how Carl came over top of the pile?
And the clock continues to move at 30 seconds. We got 9 on the play clock. 21-yarder for Rona Sieber. This time it's up and it's good, and the Wildcats will take the lead here on the road, 12-10. We will return after these messages from Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky trailed 10-0, but they have responded with 18 seconds to go before halftime. They now lead it by a pair. A squibber, the clock will start. Loose football down at the 25-yard line. Helix Wilson will fall on it for the Big Orange. And some jawing going on. Well, think you have what it takes to kick a field locker room. And that'll be a conclusion to the first 2 quarters of play. And a surprising 2 quarters as Kentucky leads Tennessee 12-10 here on Senior Day 2006 for the Tennessee Volunteers. And Kentucky came here to play. Their defense, which was last in nearly every category in the SEC, has stepped it up big time today. Let's check in with Dave Baker.
Rich, that was as hard a hitting first half of football as I've seen all season long.
These kids want it bad, and they're flying around trying to make it happen. We're not doing everything perfect, but we're hitting people and we're making some plays. We just have to do a better job not letting them out of the short end of the field when we got them backed up.
Thanks, Rich. That's Rich Brooks. His Kentucky Wildcats go to the locker room with a 12-10 lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. We're back with our halftime activities right after this.
SEC football is
here with you at Neyland Stadium. Boy, what an incredible game this has been in the first half. Philip Fulmer after the Vanderbilt game because he knew he was going to need to get their attention for this game. And boy, he's needed to. It has been one rough and tumble affair here in the SEC. And as you take a look at it, man alive. First of all, Eric Ainge getting hit early and often. LaMarcus Coker, that's the hardest hit I've seen all season long, but he got back into the game. Raphael Little getting blown up in a hole as well. And then Lucas Taylor on that kickoff return. I saw him, he was up. He didn't know if he was on Neyland Stadium or Vanderbilt Stadium, but he was walking to the locker room. I don't know if he'll be back or not. But, you know, it's been nothing dirty either. It has just been incredible intensity, passion, 2 well-coached teams, and they are slugging it out here in Knoxville today. And it's the Kentucky Wildcats leading the Tennessee Vols by a count of 12-10. Ruby Tuesday now, band, as we get you set for Christmas. A little Christmas present early for fans who love great SEC football as the Cats lead the Vols by 2.
Let's take a look at our Nissan Coach's Corner and run through a Kentucky touchdown.
Really an interesting play. They really used Raphael Little to their advantage. There is Little. He's going to come. He's
12-10. It's 12 because Kentucky missed a point-after attempt. Now, Tennessee has also had a field goal block today. Special teams have not been stellar, to say the least.
I have to tell you, Mike Archer told me before the game, he said, I turned to my team and I said, how many guys remember what it was like here 2 years ago? And he said only 4 guys raised their hand.
Short kickoff taken by Foster, dancing around to the 30-yard line and pushed out of bounds. Looked like a little bit late, but no flag on the play. 104,382 on hand this afternoon, and some in a little bit of disbelief. One thing you can say about Kentucky, though, this is not Kentucky of the last 2-3 years. Their defensive woes are certainly there, but offensively, this is a program that can play with anybody in the country.
Absolutely. They moved the ball. We've seen evidence of that. We talked earlier about Woodson having 1,000 yards passing in the last 3 games. So they can move the ball.
Here's a toss sweep near side. Maybe a couple on the play, brought down by Braxton Kelly, who now has 4 tackles.
That kind of set the tone. Now everybody's kind of getting that little fever that they think, hey, we can play with these guys.
5-receiver set.
I don't want to mess up Woodyard's name. Woodyard. I got it.
Ainge. Pass is caught by Meacham out over the 40 and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Trevard Lindley on the coverage, and Mike Archer says that it's going to be a big day for Trevard Lindley because his job is to cover number 3.
He's seen a lot of them already. Right of your screen, you see him right there coming off the line. He just drives him, comes underneath him. That's a nice move. Come underneath, and he talks so calm and quiet when we talked with him. You just wouldn't think he's the dynamic force that he is as a wide receiver. He's very soft-spoken.
Meacham only 2 catches in the first half, now has 3 for the day, but a big average of 20 yards per catch.
Got to respect him if you're in the corner. You see that distance that they're giving him off the line. Got a lot of respect for his speed.
Here's Coker. Dancing around, nowhere to go. Myron Pryor, the sophomore. 2nd down and 10. Four-man rush. Pass is caught by Jason Swain. He's pushed back. They will spot it at the 41.5-yard line. Carl Booker on the coverage for Kentucky.
Well, this is a good look by Eric Ainge. Coming off, you see the drop, 2-deep zone drop right there. You're playing, and he curls underneath the zone. Safety's got to come up and get that play. Safety kept on giving. When you're playing that zone, you've got to give so far, then you have to come up. But Ainge just sitting back there, just picking them apart.
They'll bring the chains in to check to see how close it is to the first down. By the way, Lucas Taylor, who suffered a big hit right at the end of the first half and fumbled the football, and he will not return today. He has some sort of a head injury, a big hit to the side of his helmet, and he will not be back today. Time to now take a look at our Suzuki Way of Life for player Silas Duman. He's just a good guy.
Yes, he sure is, let me tell you.
A bright future for Lamar. On 3rd down and very short, Tennessee will run it and pick it up.
Boy, that was just a big push up front. Tennessee won it. I was looking over at Sears, 76, top of your screen. Look at that push. That big line getting up in there. And actually, Kentucky knows that they're outweighed. I mean, they're trying to do things to adjust to that. But Philip Fulmer, he's an old offensive lineman. He knows what it's like. Just get that push.
There is Lamar Mills, our senior out of Slidell, Louisiana. He's one of those guys, a little bit undersized, 6'1", 285, going up against 300-pounders. Here's Coker. Nice play on the outside. Woodyard was chasing him down. Tackle made by Lindley, who was, we have said his name a lot today.
Boy, Meacham just didn't get his job done. He should have pushed him off. That was his block. He didn't block well on that play.
Lindley's having a pretty good afternoon. A freshman from Hiram, Georgia, being asked to do a lot today in this Kentucky secondary. Flags are down, and actually a timeout.
This is the down that both teams need.
Ainge 11 out of 20 for 130 yards. Not a Eric Ainge type of afternoon. He'll throw it again. Pressure comes, and down goes Eric Ainge at midfield. Tennessee about to punt. They're down a couple here at home. SEC football is brought to you in part by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. So Kentucky will punt it away. They were driving the football, but a sack on Eric Ainge will force Britton Colquitt on the field. Low snap, he handles it well. A high booming kick that will sail almost through the end zone. Colquitt came in leading the SEC in punting, and 8th in the country per game. And speaking of the Colquitts, how about this? Our Chick-fil-A nugget of the game shows that Britton's 42.7 career average is just a little bit below his Uncle Jimmy, 43.9. Man, Jimmy Colquitt could punt. You're going to tell me it's not in the genes there with the Colquitts?
Yeah. It's in that right leg.
Yeah. Hand off to Little. Maybe a yard.
And Dave, this is where Tennessee can put so much pressure on you, because they come after you, they hold you, and get great field position. As we look at our Aaron scoreboard up there, Ole Miss over Mississippi State.
Tied at 28 at the end of 3 quarters, South Carolina and Clemson. Second down and 9. Option near side. Here's Raphael Little. Excuse me, Tony Dixon.
And they picked up a first down. That's what they had to do. Get out of trouble.
Woodson. Miscommunication. I think Burton was cutting inside, and Woodson wanted him to go the other way.
Yeah, you see him pointing there. That's exactly what he did. Said, hey, you were going this way. You're supposed to go this way.
He withstood all of that and said that this club is close, and they have done a marvelous job this year. Pass is caught on the far side. Demetrius Morley slams Dickie Lyons to the ground. A gain of 4. That'll bring up a third down at about 6.
Good possession pass. Drive him off. Turn back underneath now. You've got about 5-6 yards. Morley comes up and sticks him. Now what everybody was oohing about was that he threw him to the ground.
Tennessee quarterback and quarterback coach and offensive coordinator signaling to his new team, the Kentucky Wildcats, what to run on this play on a third down and 6. And the crowd making some noise for the first time today. Little slip screen to the tight end, Tammy into Tennessee territory. Down to the 36-yard line. On 3rd and 6, Kentucky hits gold, a gain of 28.
Getting blocked.
Tammy playing with strained abdominal muscles. Gutting it out here on the final game of the regular season. Here's Keenan Burton, the big play man. Stopped down at the 26-yard line. Jonathan Wade holding on. By the way, just to reiterate this, Jonathan Wade wearing number 29 today in honor of his defensive back friend, Inky Johnson, who has some nerve damage in his shoulder and is out for the rest of the year. Not his usual number, wearing 29 for Inky.
Kentucky in that no huddle, trying to not allow him to make those changes.
He was down when the ball came out.
Gain of about a yard. Beanbag came in there. Looks like he might have dropped the football, but it'll still be Kentucky football. Today's 1st and 10 line. Time we've seen him in person. They have a lot of weapons.
Yes,
it's not just throwing the football.
No, absolutely not. I mean, they've got Raphael Little back there. He's picking up a lot of yards. He's close to 100 if he's not there yet.
Here's Burton on the outside, tiptoes, and they'll say he stepped out at the 19. That'll make it 3rd down and about 3. Antonio Gaines pushes him out of bounds.
Boy, and when you're playing man-to-man, and Burton's average there. Not a great average, but he's been there when they needed him.
Burton today with 5 catches, 39 yards. Raphael Little back in the game. To the right of Andre Woodson.
I'd look right back for my tight end again.
No. Well, a handoff, Raphael Little. He'll pick up the first down inside the 15. Marvin Mitchell makes the tackle. Needed 3, he got 4, and arm tackling is just not getting it done today on Raphael Little.
But then look what he's done. Once Tennessee has increased the rush, he's gone to the lay game. The outs, the screens, and that time the draw.
Here's Woodson. And he will throw it away. That'll be incomplete.
Oh, I saw a lineman downfield.
And a flag. A flag came in. There's a flag at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Dave Johnson, 78. He had to be about 7-8 yards downfield. It was going to be that little underneath tunnel screen to Tammy, the tight end. And Christian Johnson was about 7, 8, 9 yards downfield when he threw it away.
Yeah, this Tennessee defense ranks last. Opponents have scored 90% of the time. 21 touchdowns and 32 opportunities.
Well, he had some success finding Little out of the backfield.
Woodson hit as he throws, incomplete. That'll be 3rd down from the 15.
And Xavier Mitchell, number 93, is going to get those big hands up in front of the quarterback. Top of your screen there, you're going to see him get those big hands up. Good pressure there by Turk McBride, 90. They were coming after him. There's the signal.
Another lengthy drive.
Boy, 11 plays. You don't see that often against Tennessee. Their defense is stout. This is the big one right here.
4-receiver set. Keenan Burton in the slot to the top. They will set up a little screen to Curtis Pulley, and the pass sails over his head because Woodson was being pressured by Turk McBride. Didn't have a time to set his feet and make a good throw.
Boy, nobody touched Turk McBride. You talk about pressuring the quarterback. 3 times McBride, number 90's been in there. Look when Woodson turns around. He's got number 90 staring him down. This was underneath screen. You can see they were going to throw it there. Wouldn't have gone for much because they had good cover. And Woodson knew. I mean, the minute he threw it, he knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. But you at least want to get points. When you have a 12-play drive, get at least 3.
Lona Sieber to attempt the 33-yarder from the right hash. Placement is good, but the kick is not. He misses it to the right. Kicking has been an issue for Kentucky this season, and it could cost them dearly on the road. Kentucky leads it by 2. We will return after a word from your local stations. 12-10 in a low-scoring affair to this point. There's a lot of time left.
You mean you don't expect it to stay low?
No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
I don't know. I look down at the stats here, and something says that we might have some more points. Tennessee will take over, and first pass is caught by the tight end Brad Cottom, who has been a huge target of late. That's his 10th catch in the last 4 games. Look at our revisit our Alltel Text to Win Trivia Challenge question. And can you name the 4 SEC teams that have beaten Tennessee in the month of November since 1985? The 4 league teams that have done it: Arkansas, Vandy, LSU, and then again Arkansas in 06. So 3 of those 4 have occurred in the last 2 seasons. Here's Swain on the outside. Look at Wesley Woodyard run him down.
And Woodyard was about 10 yards behind him. He flew after him. He's got 9 tackles in the game so far.
Came in with 99 total tackles, had a career high 18 against the Vols last year up in Lexington. This afternoon, he's got 9. Here's Coker working left side. Picked up about 4 when there really wasn't much there. Myron Pryor will lead the way defensively for Kentucky.
And Dave, when you're the favorite team, as is Tennessee in this football game, you don't want to leave a Kentucky in this football game because they get more and more emotion and they know they can win. So this is a huge series for Philip Fulmer and his team. They need to drive the length of the field, at least get a field goal try, but hopefully get points on the board.
They've had 4th quarter comebacks, and their last 3 wins have the Wildcats, as they are in the midst of a 4-game winning streak. Jason Swain running a different route than Eric Ainge was anticipating.
Yeah, Ainge was throwing an out route, and Swain just took off.
And 5. Pass is caught by Meacham. He breaks a tackle. Brought down inside the 30, down to the 27. That has been their bread and butter. Marcus McClinton hanging on for dear life. Lindley is the one that missed the tackle. But we have seen this time and time again this 2006 season from Robert Meacham.
Boy, Meacham, just great concentration. Stay on that football. Where's all his help is one thing I was thinking. Fortunately, he had McClinton coming hard from the safety spot, or he goes in for a score. But how many times has Meacham done that?
A lot. He opened up the year with a 80-yard touchdown against Cal that way. Coker nowhere to go. Swarming white jerseys. That'll be a loss of 5 on the play. And we just showed you moments ago, Robert Meacham has entered some uncharted territories. He is now the single-season receiving leader here at Tennessee. And here's what he's done this afternoon.
Boy, he made a great comeback on this play. Got that foot down and stayed in bounds. Then he found him in the back of the end zone. This is just don't quit on your quarterback on the pattern. Crossing pattern right here, big yardage. Meacham's caught just about everything that's been thrown his way. And then that little dart to the outside breaks the tackle, picks up huge yardage.
Ainge swings it out to Coker near side, trying to make a man miss, and he does. Coker to the 20 and still on his feet, down to the 16-yard line. That'll be close to a first down, and I think he'll have it. Finally, E.J. Adams, the true freshman from Snellville, Georgia, brings him down.
Boy, 2 missed tackles on the play. Warford, number 34, misses him. Now, this is just a little swing. You got to wrap him up. Get those hands in there. There's 1 missed tackle. Here's another missed tackle coming up. Right there's a missed tackle. You can't do that. You've got to be able to tackle people. Give them the yards, give them their due, but you got to be coming over. But how about number 22, Coker, breaking tackles? Got stung in the first half. He's come back and he's played hard.
Hardesty back in a tailback. He'll get the handoff left side. No missed tackle there. Another big-time collision. And there's the help you're talking about there, big fella.
Absolutely. Now that's sticking him right there. Roger running people that Philip Fulmer has. Once they catch the ball, these guys, all of them can go. You see the size of them, and they got great speed.
It's been a nice drive by Tennessee. Both these clubs have had sustained drives. And they picked up quite a few yards, but only 22 combined points today. Ainge firing. Pass caught by Swain at the 10. They'll mark him at the 9. Swain and Carl Booker, a couple of seniors who have seen quite a bit of each other over the years, exchanging some pleasantries, checking on what each other's doing after the season.
Ainge read this zone really well. 2 deep zone, and what they did is they let him catch it underneath. He took what they allowed him. Swain gets him that little pushing and shoving. That's kind of like pitter-patter in there. That's not like lineman. How about this second half for Eric Ainge?
He was 8 out of 17 in the first half. He's picked it up here in the third quarter. A couple of tight ends for the Vols. Hardesty can't slip the tackle.
Easy go.
Dominic Lewis from his defensive end hanging on to the ankles. That'll be short of the first down.
Boy, now if you're Philip Fulmer, what do? You're sitting looking at possibly a 4th down and 1. You know you want the score.
Let's go to Dave Baker.
You know, Dave, I didn't think there was any question if Philip Fulmer was going to go with this. He's got that big offensive line in Kentucky with that kind of patchwork defense. That's not to predict the outcome of this play, but I had no doubt he was going for it.
I think he's going behind Sears.
Dave, you're right down there. Do you think
that's going to be close depending on the spot, Dave? I mean, he went up in the air. It's all subjective.
Boy, he got it. Steve Shaw doesn't waste much time, but I'm with you. Hardesty did not get a whole lot of elevation.
But Sears sure got a good block, number 76. Look at that block top of the screen. But how about Kentucky? They knew it was coming there. They've run there with some success. They got great penetration. You saw them diving underneath.
Now it's first down and goal. Philip Fulmer said, coming out of the locker room, talking to Dave Baker, that they have got to take advantage of these opportunities. And that's not a good way to start it. Hardesty swallowed up by Roger Williams. That'll probably be the end of the first quarter, as this drive will end up taking 5.5 minutes when we come back, and they still haven't put it in the end zone. These two teams have had a lot of long drives today. As we hit the fourth quarter, Kentucky thinking maybe, just maybe, they can snap this 21-game losing streak to Tennessee, but we have 15 more minutes of play from Knoxville. Stay with us on Lincoln Financial Sports. People to register at freebreakfastnow.com and receive a coupon for a free Chick-fil-A breakfast entree. Register now. Promotion ends December 2nd. Some of those folks on the early kickoff today had a good Chick-fil-A biscuit. Well, those are good.
Here's my Christmas story about the Steamer Chick.
Here we go.
We live about
first play of the
away from
fourth quarter. Kentucky leading by 2. Ainge rolling near side. Has to throw it away. No flags.
Wow. Would you call that throwing it away? He almost threw it in the second deck. Man.
That will bring up third down and goal from the 9.
That's exactly where you had it.
Mike Archer tried to work this defense that's giving up over 30 points a game. They're giving up 270 yards through the air, 197 yards on the ground. That's 115th out of 119 teams in Division I.
Well, I think he feels he has to come with some kind of pressure. Although I see 4 linemen up front, everybody else dropping. 2 deep zone.
High receiver set. Ainge over the middle, throws a bullet, pass is caught by Meacham, but he is stopped just shy of the end zone by Roger Williams.
Well, that was another stick, because Meacham was going in the end zone. Talk about sticking. Watch this. Coming across. Watch Meacham right in the middle. Catches that ball, and bam, down he goes. And your man, number 35, Roger Williams, he's been all over. He and Lindley, 32, played a whale of a game today.
Well, on 4th down and goal from about 6 inches away, Philip Fulmer will pull the trigger again on 4th down on this drive.
Watch big number 76, Sears. He's the drive blocker.
Jumbo package. Handoff, Coker dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Marcus Coker, he's going to go up and over. Good block on the outside. And Anthony Parker, 75, did a little slide block where he pulls out. See him pulling out there? Good trap on the end. Follow your fullback, and he breaks the play, and the official just in a great position to make the call.
Braxton Kelly had him wrapped up, but Coker was about a foot in the end zone. Just enough to put the 6 on the board. Here's Will Hoyt to attempt the point after. All the way. It is up and perfect. So Tennessee, after trailing for about a quarter of this game now, has reclaimed the lead, 17-12.
Here's my Christmas story.
And Lincoln Financial Sports is prohibited. Dave Neal, Dave Rowe, and Dave Baker. Glad you could join us from Knoxville as we wrap up regular season coverage of SEC football, and it is a good one here in Knoxville, Tennessee, between 2 longtime rivals as we look at our Gatorade stats through 3 quarters. And I would say, Dave, that's about as balanced as you're going to find.
I was looking at time of possession. Gosh, Tennessee's had it 10 seconds more. But you're right. That's why we've got a great football game. Balanced on both sides. Both teams playing hard.
Nearly 7.5 minutes on that drive. This series goes back to 1893, but Kentucky hasn't won since 1984 when they pulled off the victory here in Knoxville. Tony Dixon will get the handoff. He'll pick up 3 on the play. By the way, Raphael Little's having a nice afternoon. He's giving way right now to Tony Dixon. That'll make a nice 1-2 combo next year if those 2 guys can stay healthy. Not to mention Andre Woodson is back. Keenan Burton is due to come back. Dickie Lyons will be back. Curtis Pooley, the sophomore, backup quarterback. Now wide receiver, he'll be back. Here's Woodson. Looking up top, has Lyons midfield. Caught and he holds on at the 35. Hefty with the big hit, but not before Kentucky moves into Tennessee territory.
Dave, how about Woodson finding his wide receiver Lyons open? Lyons is so open, it's unbelievable. Great play fake right there. That's the first thing. But look how open. Look at this. There's nobody around him. You're going to see Hefty come from his safety spot, but he was just reacting to the pass. Great play fake. That faked everybody out.
A gain of 42 on the play. Here's Dixon trying to get outside, and that just won't happen on that play. Demetrius Morley played it great. Morley, by the way, 6 stops today from his safety position. Boy, Andre Woodson throws a beautiful pass on that pass and catch to Dickie Lyons.
Well, look right there. You see the problem was right there. The defender fell down. He thought Lyons was going to do another break or something, and there was no way. He didn't even see him. He just fell down. That was Morley who fell down on that play on the coverage. Ran right on by him, Dave. And if Hefney doesn't make the recovery, he goes for a score.
Woodson now 206 yards through the air. Here's Burton. Oh, he gets swallowed up by some orange jerseys. That little screen didn't work. Rico McCoy with 7 tackles. McCoy's filling in, by the way, for Gerard Mayo, out with a knee injury suffered last week. And when McCoy stepped on the field last week against Vanderbilt and got to play quite a bit, 8 total tackles to lead the team in that department, a career high for him. John Chavis doesn't speak highly of a lot of guys. He'll compliment him, but he spoke highly of the future of Rico McCoy, just a freshman.
Big down here, 3rd and 9. Got to make the first down, about the 26-yard line.
Woodson over the middle, pass is caught, shy of the first down by Raphael Little at the 27.5, maybe 28-yard line, so that'll be a couple of yards shy. Rico McCoy with another stop. Their kicking game is
exactly, yeah,
in disarray right
really
now.
Let them down.
You're almost better off going for it here, and that's what they'll do. Tennessee did it, 4th down twice on their last drive. They were successful. Kentucky 4th in the league on 4th down opportunities, nearly 59% success rate.
I think Woodson's got to throw it. I don't think he'll be able to run against this Tennessee defense.
They tried to run it, and it didn't work. Turk McBride, the senior out of Camden, New Jersey, with a big-time play for the Big Orange.
I just didn't think you got it. Tennessee is just too strong up front. Look at him slide, getting off blocks. Turk McBride, he's about 3 yards in the backfield. He makes that tackle. Look at 90. Slide along there. If there's been one player who has really epitomized this defense, it's been Turk McBride. Outside to inside, he plays strong.
We've got a good one. Stay with us. Back after this. All-tell game of the week from Knoxville, Tennessee. The Vols leading Kentucky 17-12. Closed captioning provided by IKBI Incorporated. Building vision, building relationships. For more info, go to IKBIinc.com. 10:46 and the clock moves on the change of possession. Little swing pass to Coker. He's got some room. Coker out to the 45-yard line and a first down for Tennessee. Carl Booker with the tackle, a gain of 16.
And Eric Ainge gives them a little bit of their own medicine. He said, hey, we'll run our own screen. And he does to Coker and picks up a big first down. About 16 yards on the play. Solid. I want to tell you, Coker has really impressed me, Dave. I really like Coker's play. I just think he's strong. He's fast he's got good hands. He gets to the hole quickly.
First down and 10. Here's Coker, spins. Nice move. Coker showing some toughness today. Had his bell rung a couple of times, hanging in there, and Coker now closing in on 100 yards.
Good feet right here. Watch this. Little quick feet. Spin inside. Get back there. Just talk about, he's a good one.
Speaking of good ones, this fall, watch for the Geico College Football Campus Tour, a season-long traveling exhibit visiting a college campus near you. Marcus Coker now 77 yards on the ground. Ainge. Nearly an unbelievable grab by Jason Swain. That was almost in slow motion, but just couldn't hold on.
I almost thought he was going to flip it up into Carl Booker's hands. Long throw right here. Look at this great extension. Look the ball in, concentrate. Watch the tail end right there. He flips it up. You see how close that came to Booker picking that thing off?
I did not realize how close Booker came to taking that.
That's what I was saying. Boy, that thing comes up another foot.
3rd down and 6 now. Fires, pass caught. Brett Smith breaking a tackle down to the 41. First down, Tennessee. Roger Williams with the stop for the Wildcats. Eric Ainge now 18 out of 30 for 225 yards.
Boy, missed tackles will kill you. That's exactly what happens on this Warford, and it misses a tackle. Right there, he's got to wrap him up, got to hold him. Fortunately, he gets help from Roger Williams, 35. If he doesn't, that's going to be a long play. Can't miss tackles, not when you're playing against a great team like Tennessee.
And Swain drops it a little bit behind him, but he should have had it. Well, I hope the fans at home can hear that audio of all the checking going on at the line of scrimmage. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, and watch this 95. Jenkins, boom, he was on the ground, got up. That's what you want. You want to hustle like that. And how about Ainge throwing that ball a little bit behind Swain, but it was there. It was deliverable.
Look at the total yards today for Kentucky. That's in terms of 323 for Tennessee. That's a pretty good number. They came in giving up 468 a game. And Ainge overthrows Jason Swain. Those two just have not been in sync this afternoon. They have been all over the place.
Yeah, that ball floated on Ainge. The mechanics of that 1-2 step drop, and you throw that ball, you've got to deliver it all the way through, and that's what Ainge is so good on, those mechanics. Just let it sail away from him. Now's a big down.
Let's check in with Dave Baker.
You know, Dave, I think what Mike Archer's done with this Kentucky defense in the second half has really clouded the picture for Eric Ainge. He sees something, but he doesn't understand what he's seeing, and that's caused him to make throws like that last one.
On third down, Tennessee 6 out of 11 today. Pressure comes. Ainge is hit. They'll say it's a fumble. It's still loose, and I think Tennessee fell on it, but Kentucky had it in their hands.
Oh, he tried to pick it up and run with it. Oh, Dave, you got to fall on that ball first. Good rush on the outside. I think it's going to be from the left side there. Watch this. Come around. Good rush right there. Stick him. That's a fumble all the way. Just fall on it. Fall on it. Don't run with it. Fall on it. Lamar Mills, 45. Again, good rush up top right there. That was Jarman, number 99, gets the hit. Now look right there, Mills. Oh my goodness, you got it. You got to fall on it first. If you can pick it up and run with it, that's great. We've got a player down. And that's Anthony Parker, 75, the big right guard for Tennessee. Played good today.
He did not. Yeah. He bobbled it.
Right, he bobbled it all the way. Let's look at it again. We'll see 45 is Mills. Watch him come around here. You're talking about possession. And you can see he bobbles the ball right away. That's not possession. You're right, Dave.
Certainly worth taking another look at.
But look at, boy, the field position they would have had. They would have had the ball on the 40-yard line. Big Anthony Parker.
Jonesboro, Georgia. A bright future in front of him. Hopefully that is not a serious knee injury. Just a sophomore.
Boy, and Eric Ainge, he never saw the pressure from the left side.
Well, coming this December, it's the 2006 Southern Sports Awards celebrating all the
Was a fumble. It will be 4th down, Tennessee.
Thank you, Steve Shaw. So that means that Brenton Colquitt
4th down, guys.
will now punt it away, and Tennessee was inching closer to field goal position until the substantial loss. So a good defensive stand by the Wildcats with 8:25. Clock moves 23-22. So time now an issue for Kentucky. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Another good high kick. Little will take it at the 15 and be swallowed up right there. Ja'Cory Williams with a nice special teams tackle, holding Raphael Little in check. One of the most dangerous return men around. 8:02 to play here in Knoxville. 5-point Tennessee lead. Is it you wish you could have every day? Then again, if it didn't rain, you wouldn't appreciate the sunny days, right?
That's right.
Here we go, folks. 17-12. Tennessee out in front. Kentucky inside their own 20 will start this drive. They have had some very substantial drives today. Just haven't been able to get any points on the board. Pressure comes. Screen to Little. Trying to outrun Hefty. Can't do it. Cannot beat Jonathan Hefty, the junior free safety.
And Dave Little has had quite a day today. Almost 100 yards rushing. I think he's at down to 3. Just didn't make it. But a good day. for Raphael Little.
He's had back-to-back-to-back solid afternoons now that he's healthy. Jacob Tamme over the middle. That'll be close. He needed to get to the 28.5 for the 23.5 for the first down, and that is where they will spot it. And Steve Shaw says first down. And how about South Carolina on the road? A big win for Steve Spurrier, and that'll lock up a bowl berth for the Gamecocks today. Boy, Clemson went south in a hurry after a big win over Georgia Tech. They couldn't put it together. Raphael Little now trying to put something together, but can't do it. Oh, what a play by the Tennessee defense. Marvin Mitchell, the senior, playing a little bit banged up with a bad shoulder, but read that and played that well.
Yeah, watch number 40 come in here. You don't duck inside of him. Watch this. I'm going to just duck inside. Boom! He just swallows you. And Mitchell knocks down Woodson. And Woodson saying, hey, wait a minute, helmet to helmet. Don't look for that right now, Andre Woodson. Just get up there and lead your team.
Second down at 11. Four-man front. Press coverage on the outside by Tennessee. Woodson.
Oh, time.
Will fire. Pass is knocked down, incomplete. Looking for DeMario Ford. Coverage by Jonathan Wade.
Boy, you got to credit this offensive line. They gave him a lot of time. Look at all the moves in here. Drive him off the ball. This is taking a lot of time, but look at that stretch. Almost came down, but great solid coverage. Look at that great coverage by Wade.
Jonathan Wade leads the team and the SEC with 15 passes defended. He's 10th in the NCAA in that department, and you saw one of the reasons why as we look at a third down and 11 now.
Watch Tamme, number 18, the tight end. Gone to him before.
Woodson has time all day to throw. We'll go to the tight end. Tamme, did he make the catch? He did. First down, Kentucky. Boy, Woodson had all day to throw.
Boy, good blocks up front. I want to tell you something. They are blocking them big. Atchison, 72, good block over on the right side, drops him down. Now look at this. Your quarterback can just roll out here, and he finds Tamme out in the flat. Great getting that foot down. Watch that 1 foot. Tamme just trying to find a seam. Good coverage on him. He just got that foot down. A little bit of talk right here. I think that's kind of mutual respect.
Boy, Tamme today with a nice game. 6 catches, 82 yards. Raphael Little trying to get outside. Gets the corner. He'll pick up 10 more yards, and he'll go over 100 today. That'll be a 10-yard carry. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 5:32.
Dave, and I watched Johnson, number 78, the sophomore for Kentucky. He just leveled the outside backer. I mean, he just leveled him on the play, and that was Ryan Carl, number 39 on. He just led out there, just ran right over him.
109 yards for Raphael Little today, his 7th in his career. Woodson once again has time. Near side. Is it caught? Ford went down to get it. It'll say it hit the ground, incomplete.
Boy, Ford made a great effort on that. Pressure. That's what Andre Woodson's been avoiding all day, is pressure. Big men coming in there, getting a big rush. They're bringing a lot of pressure on him. Look at that. Great hustle right there. That's Ryan Carl, the outside backer. He gets up off the ground. Now look at this. Trying to scoop that ball.
It's short hop.
Yep, exactly. That's a good view. Look at that. Boy, our cameras don't lie. Short hopped it.
Here comes the blitz. Tight end screen. Jacob Tamme still on his feet. Tamme has room. Tamme to the 30. Tamme down to the 20. And out of bounds. Jonathan Wade runs over to knock him out of bounds, but not before another substantial gain of 37.
Boy, and a great block by McCutcheon, the center on the play. They had a blitz. Tennessee, John Chavis' defense. They were coming after after him. And McCutcheon got a great block on the play right there. He knocks him right down there. Again, watching the 62 get in there, gets a good block. Then Tammy just makes the rest of it on his own. Look at that speed to get to the outside. I'll tell you, if he's hurt, you want him hurt. What a day Jacob Tammy, number 18, has had.
Wide receiver moved to a tight end early in his career, playing with a bad abdominal muscle, but having a great day. Woodson swinging out to the far side. Curtis Pulley run out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
What a good block out there by Dickie Lyons, the wide receiver. He leveled the corner on it and let Pulley get to the outside.
Kentucky fans, finally something to cheer about here inside Neyland Stadium. Their last win in this series, 1984. It was in this building. It has been a long, long time. The second longest winning streak in a rivalry game in the country. Only Notre Dame beating Navy 43 times is more than Tennessee's 21 against Kentucky. Raphael Little on 2nd down and 4 gets maybe, give him 2 on the play. That might be generous. Turk McBride with the stop.
Well, you got to think first down in this situation.
As we look at our Q Motor Oil Power 25. Tennessee sitting at number 19, but Florida at number 4. Pretty much the last hope for the SEC in a BCS national title game. They're beating up on Florida State right now, and then it's Arkansas in the SEC title game.
Got to think first down.
Here's Little to the corner. Got hit, but I think he picked up the first down at about the 6-yard line. Jonathan Hefney with the hit, but that'll be a first down, and more importantly, he got out of bounds with 4:05 to go.
Boy, watch Little on this play. He's going to take the handoff. Now watch this right here. He doesn't have it there. He gets that foot down when he spins around, keeps his balance, and brings that foot down past the first down marker.
Quickly, Kentucky lines up. Little at tailback. 1st and goal. And I think Tennessee will take a timeout. Yeah, Kentucky got to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, forcing Tennessee to use their 2nd timeout. Back to Knoxville in a moment. Is brought to you in part by Chevrolet. 1st and goal from the 6. Kentucky trails by 5. We have 4:05 to go in the game, unless we see overtime. Look at this drive, 81 yards, 4 minutes long.
Looks over and calls an audible.
Crowd making some noise as the play clock hits 2. Here's Little on the option. Dancing around. He'll step out of bounds at the 3.
That's where he went airborne on about the 3. Boy, you talk about a game of inches. Little almost came up and said, hey, toss it out to me. Down the line, toss it, and look at Little come around there. He's got to make one plant right there. Oh, yep. That foot is out of bounds. He went airborne right there at the 3. The official, great position, saw the foot down.
2nd and goal from the 3 now. Kentucky this year in the red zone, 76%. 6th in the league. You see the timeout story. That could be an issue if Kentucky can punch it in. Tennessee with just 1. Play clock at 2. I don't think he got it all.
Oh, no.
Incredible. Oh. Incredible. Delay of game on 2nd and goal from the 3.
Oh, you've got to be conscious of that clock. It's right in front of you.
For the snap, dead ball, delay of game, number 3 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Rich Brooks has just got to be sick over that play.
Boy, Randy Sanders about to explode.
Well, the quarterback's got to look up. That clock is right in the end zone, right in front of him. He's got to be looking at him.
2nd and goal from the 8.
Now you got to throw it.
Burton and Pulley to the top of your screen. Ford and Lyons to the near side. That's Lyons in motion. Handoff, Little. He gets it to the 6.
I will really be surprised if you can run it in against this Tennessee defense. They're big. They're controlling the line of scrimmage, sliding to the ball. It's really difficult. I just think that you've got to throw the football.
In the last fourth down play, they ran that draw. Either offensive coordinator Joker Phillips sees something, or he's setting it up for some kind of play fake.
We'll keep an eye on it here, Buzz. It's now third down. It's definitely two-down territory. Woodson fires over the middle, knocked away at the last moment by linebacker Rico McCoy. It'll be 4th and goal.
Davey had him wide open in the back of the end zone. I'm talking about wide open crossing pattern. Watch this area right there. You're going to see him coming. Look at that. Wide open. You see McCoy come in there. Two of them were wide open, both curling patterns.
It looked like Burton in the back of the end zone was also standing there hoping to receive the pass from Woodson. Didn't happen. This is basically the game.
Boy, and you're going to hear some noise now.
4th and goal. We'll let the crowd tell you.
Ball's thrown.
So Tennessee dodges one, but a Kentucky mistake. Delay of game on 2nd and goal from the 3 led to the 4th down attempt.
Boy, and Andre Woodson hurried this throw a little bit. Looked like he could maybe dropped it over here. I looked at Little, number 22, who was open right in front of him. I don't know that he saw him, but Little was wide open on about the 4 or 5 yard line.
2 timeouts left for Kentucky. Clock changes, or starts on the change of possession. Tennessee has to be careful, though. Remember, Kentucky with unbelievable punt return and kickoff return performers. Here's LaMarcus Coker to the outside. He is hog-tied at about the 12, but fell down to stay inbounds. A heady play by the redshirt freshman.
Absolutely. When you get a freshman that knows the situation, and that's what Coker did.
Kentucky takes a timeout. We will return after a message from the SEC. 2:34 to go in the football game. Be sure to log on to lfsports.com and click on the Regions Bank Road Trip Planner for the quickest routes and all the information you need traveling around the SEC. As football wraps up, plenty of action still coming your way with basketball season getting started. And that is where you can find all your story today. Dave Rowe has been kicking or lack thereof.
Oh, absolutely. At first,
2 minutes, 34 seconds. 2:34.
How about Florida? Only up 7 in Tallahassee. Also, Egg Bowl tied at 10. That's in the 3rd quarter. A game we thought would be going just like that. 10-10 that score. And South Florida beats 7th-ranked West Virginia. And North Carolina, John Bunning's last game, picks up a win.
A defensive struggle. 45-44 over Duke. Kept Duke winless. Now you got to hurry. You got to get up off the ball quick.
Well, they'll call a timeout. Kentucky will. That'll be their last.
Yep, they're going to use it right here.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 back after this. The numbers you see about Kentucky, because they are the real deal. They have played good football this season. They have come in here and played solid all the way around, despite a defense that ranks near the bottom in just about every category in the league. And this is a game that basically will determine 2nd place in the SEC East. Both teams 4 and 3 in league play. Meacham in motion on 3rd and 3 with play action. Here's Meacham. He'll try to pick up the 1st down and then some. Meacham will stay inbounds at the 27, and that will do it. That is your ball game, and wouldn't it be fitting that Robert Meacham will close the door on the Kentucky Wildcats. A gain of 15.
Boy, a great call right here. A little play fake action. Bring Meacham out of the end zone, or along the line, I should say. Now he misses, makes some miss a tackle. Now, don't go out of bounds. Stay in bounds. Just get down quick. Brought him along the line, dropped it out, let him use that speed. He's got sure hands,
Boy, he makes a lot of people miss.
You better believe he does.
I mean, all year he's done that.
Well, he ducks back underneath him, Dave. He's got that great feet.
So Age will just hand it off the rest of the way. Kentucky cannot stop the clock.
Easy, guys, easy.
I think I did the math that basically if you add in the time it takes to run a play 2 or 3 yards, I think the game is over with about 2.5 minutes if you don't have any timeouts left. 2:20, 2:15.
I think you're exactly right.
So this is over.
But boy,
what a ball game.
Oh, tremendous ball game. You just hate to see it end on a play, that delay a game play. You think, well, you know, Kentucky, why did you have that? They had one timeout. They could have called it. Had the quarterback been looking at the clock and seen it. It's right there in the end zone. You got to be cognizant of it.
Second and goal from the 3, and they took a delay a game. Here's Coker. He'll just get on the ground, and by the time they reset it, it'll probably be about a minute to go in the ball game. Our Lincoln Financial Group players of the game: Raphael Little, only the 5th back in the last 35 games to go over 100 yards. LaMarcus Coker, 20 rushes, 89 yards, 1 touchdown. So congratulations to both of those guys on being our players of the game. Coker will just take a knee. Kentucky Wildcats will drop to 7-5, 4-4 in the SEC. Tennessee will win for the 9th time after a 5-win season a year ago. They'll go to 5-3 and finish 2nd in the brutally tough SEC Eastern Division. They had some tough losses, a couple of those with an injured quarterback in Eric Ainge. But now it's just a matter of where these clubs will go for a bowl game. It was a fantastic game here today in Knoxville. And the future is oh so bright for this Kentucky football team. They may have turned the corner here in 2006. (17-12) is our final score here in Knoxville.
The Alltel SEC Game of the Week has been brought to you by Alltel, by Ruby Tuesday, by Lincoln Financial Group, by Infinity, and by Crystal.
So congrats to our Lincoln Financial Group's players of the game, Raphael Little and LaMarcus Coker. In recognition of their efforts, Lincoln Financial Group is pleased to provide $2,000 to the scholarship fund of the 12 member institutions of the SEC. Hello, future. We will return to Knoxville to wrap it up right after this. Stay with us. Lincoln Financial Sports crew for a marvelous job. We'll see you next week from the Georgia World Congress Center as we get you set at noon Eastern for the SEC title game. So for Dave Baker and Dave Rowe and the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Neal. So long, everybody. You have been watching Lincoln Financial Sports exclusive coverage of Southeastern Conference football.